And today is the day we're going to change my body. So, a big man being on top of me, like.
So with the pain, in general, torso is rather intense part.
We might not have, this might be the last video you see my neck without a tattoo on it. This series shares my personal experience joining groups that people call cults. Private individuals' names have been changed unless permission was given, and most episodes contain mature themes. Oh, hello there. Oh, hello my friends. Today I find myself in sunny Portugal, in Monchique actually. So I'm here to get a tattoo done. I'm trying to give you a view of the beautiful, beautiful view behind me. And also share with you my current torso. So you see my neck, clear neck, 39, still got a clear neck, and clear chest. And this is all clear. This is all clear. And it won't be tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow I'm getting a tattoo to do some of these spaces. Gonna get some symbols, some sacred circuits put on me, given as a gift from Bashar to humanity, and they resonated with me as a permission slip, as Bashar would like to call it. Yeah, so maybe I'll tell you what those symbols mean tomorrow or in the next few days. Good morning! And today is the day we're going to change my body. Get a wee tattoo. Get a tattoo on my neck maybe, which is very interesting. It's very interesting how I feel about that, and just like feeling into how that makes me a bit nervous. We'll do some recording, and maybe I'll do an interview with my tattoo artist, Hannah, and she can talk a little bit about what a ceremonial tattoo is, why we consider it a ceremony, and how that works. So it'd be really interesting to kind of get her perspective on that, and kind of just find out a little bit more about what Hannah does. Hi Hannah.
Hello. How are you feeling for the tattoo? Are you nervous?
No, I mean,
yeah, you have on the torso. You don't have so much, right? You have this part here, but the rest, I think, was okay.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy the torso. Like, that's been my least favourite tattoo. Yeah. Mainly because it was like, I wasn't enjoying the tattoo. I said yes to it, and I kind of wasn't a full yes. So I wasn't happy with it. But I've come to like it, and I will do something more with it. But the thing that I didn't like about it, apart from that, was also just like a big man being on top of me, like. So that was quite intense, because a big machine, and it's like quite a lot. But I don't know, I've never had a hand poke tattoo, so I don't know what
Wow, all those tattoos and
all those tattoos,
okay, cool.
Not a single one, all machine.
Alright. Yeah, it's very different. It's the experience, how it feels, is very different, because you feel every poke basically. And some pokes are really intense, and some pokes are not really, you don't really feel them. We will talk a bit more after we have the cacao, so then we really take time. I explain a little bit to you what we're working with, say some more words, but yeah, it's different with the hand poke. Healing process is also much different, it's much more easy. And this time you have a small woman gently poking you on your chest, so I think that will be like maybe a very opposite experience actually, but we see. We talk more about this. So what we do, I will first smudge you. Then we will open the directions. You're familiar with the medicine wheel, right? Yeah. And then we have the cacao. Before we have the cacao, we do like a little heart meditation, connecting with your intentions already. And then we talk. I will give you a little overview about tattoo rituals and culture. We haven't done this, right? I didn't do this.
Not really, no.
retreat. Yeah, okay. I give these talks, they're normally an hour, but I will not tell you.
An hour?
Yeah, I will not talk with you for an hour now. I just give you really a quick overview to have an idea where we're coming from with this.
Okay.
And then we talk a little bit more what we're working with in the session and see if anything comes up. And then we look on the stencil. So that will take some time. Yeah, because we need to really arrange and see and decide on things. Yeah, then we will put the stencils. Probably not all of it. Let's see. And then before we start, we make another little meditation, sound journey, calling on your intentions, setting the space. And then we start.
So for those of you who are audio only, what we are doing is smudging, which is cleansing the air with sacred herbs like Palo Santo or sage. I believe we use Palo Santo in this one, and then we are calling in all of the directions, so north, south, east and west, the beings from the other realms, and really using Hannah's passed on knowledge from her mentor, and that's really, I believe, from the North American lineage.
Smells good.
The cacao?
Yeah.
It's with self-made oat milk.
Self-made oat milk? Wow.
And of course I made it too full, kind of, but it's okay. Yeah, it's with self-made oat milk. It's not like the recipe from Kasham. It doesn't really have any spices or anything, no sweetener. So
No sweetener?
no sweetener.
Full mug of that with no sweetener? Brilliant.
The oat milk is a little bit sweet.
Okay. A little bit sweet.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. If you cannot stand it, I can go get you some.
It's okay, it's
syrup,
okay.
but-
I can stand it. But I know it's not going to taste as good as it smells.
Yeah,
Maybe.
depends what you like.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can take the cup to your heart.
A lot of this journey was done in silence. Basically, it was either me being tattooed or we're doing part of a ceremony. Just to give you some context here, again, narrator Andy joining the show, is what we're doing when we drink cacao is really connecting to that medicine and opening our hearts to whatever comes. To being present with the medicine is usually very bitter when we drink it ceremonially. I think Hannah added a little bit of spices, but very much just connecting to the medicine. It's not about drinking hot chocolate, really. It's really about connecting with the medicine. So I hope that helps give some context as to what cacao is and why we drink it. It's a very ancient, sacred medicine, and our connection to it's been a bit lost throughout the years. But I always recommend if you're in the market for a cacao ceremony, definitely try it. It's a beautiful experience.
I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. You want to know the rule?
What's the rule?
No, because let's start from the start. There are three main things we are working with, basically. And those things, they might be very present for you, they might be not present, but one thing that we are strongly working with is we're working energetically, because what we're doing is basically a blood ritual, so it's very powerful. And you can imagine how we make holes into your skin so you can really release energy. Also in terms of pain, if there is pain, it's a very powerful tool to release. And at the same time putting ink into your skin that stays there. So it's really strong way of manifesting energy. And for that reason, it's also very important for me that you tell me what you need. whatever it is, however big, however small. I will try to understand everything that is needed, but of course I cannot look into your head, so whatever it is, just let me know. Just reminder with cacao, it's important to drink enough water. This is something where we're going out of, or where you go out of your comfort zone, because if pain is there, it's not comfortable.
Is it normally more painful or less painful than a machine tattoo?
It depends. It's a different pain. Like how I work is I'm gonna make a first round. That means I go over everything that is there in the stencil, because with time the stencil comes off.
Yep.
So I just make sure that everything is marked. There, So this usually people are like, what? I don't even feel this. But then we go afterwards over it again, and that can be intense. And as I said, it's less harsh than the machine, because the machine, you can imagine the needle goes like this and kind of rips the skin open. It's like a knife, it creates continuously a cut, but it's a needle that goes like this. And what I do is I poke you, so you don't have more trauma to the skin than is necessary. But what that also includes is, with machine, it's more likely that your skin goes numb and you don't feel it so much anymore, because it's so intense and the vibration, and it's like,
Never goes numb.
Could also be. You mean with machine? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't. I've never had that. But, I've just been in pain most of the whole bloody time.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah, with hand poke it doesn't usually go numb. And then it depends also for you how you like, because it's a different sensation of pain. It's more pointy. You feel rather the needle. But then again, like some pokes don't really hurt, some hurt more. So we will just see, we will work with that. Invitation is to try and not distract yourself during the tattooing. There comes my only rule, which is no phone during the tattooing.
That's an easy rule.
That's the only rule. The rest is all flexible. Because it's a great distraction to have your phone. If you have your phone there, it's very easy to go away and not be present. But it's really about experiencing the tattooing itself, either as a meditation or a shamanic journey, to really allow this experience to unfold. And we have sometimes this tendency of checking out when something is not comfortable, no?
I think my only concern really is like if the structure of the tattoos, or like the intensity of the tattoos will last. So like when you get a machine tattoo, it goes really, really deep, but like if you get a hand poke, it like might not go as deep into the skin bed, maybe.
No, it's wrong. I can do the same.
Yeah, I can do the same.
I can make a hand poke tattoo look like it is done with machine. Usually I don't necessarily try to approach that, because that requires much more time to really make it perfect. I like to leave a little bit of this, this is hand poke, So with the pain, in general, torso is rather intense part. Middle line is rather intense, ribs rather intense.
Neck?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've chosen all the hard bits.
Exactly. All different sensations, you know.
Yeah.
Trying really to not get into this, but rather letting it all out and go and bringing it really to the earth. And that is my ways of dealing with it. So maybe you find your own completely different way of dealing with pain, but just seeing what works for you and not going into your head, not starting thinking, where is she? How much more do I have to do? All of this makes it just more painful. So to really find a way back into your body and back into the acceptance of it.
Yeah, I think I'm good at that, but we'll see. All of these ones most of my tattoos are have been 6 hours minimum, constant. So.
I don't think we will do that. Also for myself, it's too much. It's also more intense to work with hand poke, because I don't have a machine. I use my body to bring the ink in. So probably we do something like 4 hours today.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
We're not in a rush.
Yeah. And then we see how far we get. It depends how is your skin, what is the size in the end of the symbol, so on. Do
you think we'll get it all done though in the next
today and tomorrow? Yeah.
Maybe I'll talk a little bit about the tattoo symbols that I'm going to do. So I'm doing this from memory, but I've spent a lot of time with these symbols, so if I can't remember them, then the ceremony will be a good time to really kind of reinforce that, but I'll put the symbols up as we go. So first of all, we've got center, and I think I'm going to get that here, maybe. So when I think of this symbol, when I think of this glyph or being or talisman, I guess, and if you could call it that, I think about centering. I think about like centering my awareness, centering my intention. So really coming to the moment that I'm experiencing, not in the future, not in the past, none of that. And that's really what I think about when I think of centering. So the second one is expand. So expand really to me tells me about like the expansion of my awareness, the expansion of my knowledge, my understanding, my presence, expanding my my awareness, right? Beyond just centering, like really expanding that to something new, right? That's how I would explain that. And the next one is balance. So really, I would say that's a combination of expand and center. So balance would be really finding that balance between yourself and the outside world, right? So finding balance in life, right? Making sure that you're making choices that create balance in your life, that you're not that I'm not focusing on one thing too much, that I'm getting all of my needs met. I don't know why I went halfway up the stairs there. I was just trying to give you a new view. So really that's what balance means to me. So finding that balance, and also just what am I doing on a day-to-day basis? Is it balanced? Like, am I getting all my needs met? Am I eating properly? Am I exercising? Am I doing work? Am I working towards my goals? All of these things to me sum up the glyph balance. The next one is prepare. So prepare to me is very much like something new is about to happen. Something I'm moving into a new aspect of my life, and I want to prepare for that in however that might be. Sometimes that, to me, that the thing about prepare can really just be like, what does my next few months look like, right? Like, where am I going to be? How am I going to, like, what countries am I going to visit? What cults am I going to join? And that kind of stuff. And really that's what that means to me. Express is the next one. So express to me is a very interesting glyph as part of this, because that's probably one of the places I have the most trouble, right? These projects I'm doing, these video projects, this vlog-umentary type style is very new to me. I've never done it before, and expressing myself in this way, in such a public and kind of vulnerable way, is something that I need to be reminded of. And for me, that's what that glyph kind of captures for me. Is that actually it's good doing all your work and blah blah blah, but are you really expressing what you're learning? Am I expressing what I'm learning, expressing what I'm doing? Am I expressing it in the right way? So the next one is extend. So extend to me can mean a lot of things, but really it's the way that I think about it when I've spent time with extend, it's really like pushing myself beyond my comfort zone, right? So it's extending my presence. I'm going to go outside because I hear the fridge, it's really annoying. Extending my presence, pushing past that membrane of safety, so extending beyond that. And it's the kind of thing that I feel speaks to me about doing something new, completely new, and outside of my comfort zone. So to me, it's a reminder to do that, to be a beginner's mind, and have that with a new topic or a new activity, and not being afraid of being a beginner like I am with this whole thing. So the next one is unlock, and unlock to me is really like the first part of like where you're starting to unlock the juice of like a new thing you've tried, a new thing you're doing. It very much feeds into the previous glyph, and it's really about unlocking that new revelation, new perspective, new concept, and adding that to my understanding of reality, of life, of this whole thing. And that's really what unlock means to me. The next one is flow, which is potentially the other one I could get here, because really center and flow are the two that really speak to me. And flow, I probably don't need to explain to you, but really says, kind of puts me in a mindset of flow, right? Of being in flow in life, of being in flow with an activity, of something that I'm really loving that I'm doing. For me, like meditation is really where I'm in flow. When I'm working on a project, I'm really in flow. I'm not thinking about time. I'm not thinking about anything else other than just really being in flow, in the activity, embodying it. The next one is just receive. Yep, I was right. Didn't need to fucking look. So receive to me is just really about receiving from, being able to receive from people, first of all, right? Just like receiving anything. Could be knowledge, gifts, appreciation, but also receiving from the universe. Receiving a feeling from the universe of happiness, of joy, of gratitude, of love, of abundance, of all of these beautiful feelings, and really receiving them. And it could also be for negatively negatively slanted feelings, right? Like really receiving, what are you trying to teach me here? What's this fear or sadness or grief or what's it trying to teach me? What do I need to learn? The next one is relate. Now, to me, this is a very interesting one. I really like the symbol here. I can play with it in my mind quite a lot more than the rest. I can play it with all of them in my mind, but this one I get a little bit playful with. I get a little bit playful with transform as well. But relate is really like relating to another, relating to other people, relating my my knowledge, my understanding, and having empathy towards other people, like knowing my journey, knowing what I've gone through, and understanding that people are at different stages and everybody's got something to teach you. So it's really relating to the other humans on this planet, but also relating my own journey to the present moment. So that's a big part of that glyph for me. It's also, it feels like a very playful one as well to me. Reminder that life is play. And I don't know why it speaks, that's what it speaks to me, but it's what it speaks to me. But I like it because it's kind of like a mirror image glyph. That's what I like about it. Okay, so those are the first 10. I can't remember this one. This one is realize. So realize is like, when I see this one I think like, okay, so what what am I to realize? What's my in this moment? What am I to learn? What am I to? Where's my growth areas? What can I bring from all of my different backgrounds, my history, and what can I realize about this moment, this day, this book that I'm reading, this whatever. It's like, what can I realize and how can I put that into action? What is the universe trying to tell me? The next one is act, which I also really is like a very playful glyph. So act is just acting, right? You've done everything, you're ready to go, you're out here and you're acting, but also a reminder that life is an act, right? Like the act that I am putting on just now is Andy Wingrave, but I could easily be like anything different, right? I could be Jim the fireman. Oh yes, I like putting out fires. Fires for me need to be eradicated, right? So everything's just in a fucking act, right? Like it's easy for me to act like Andy Wingrave because that's like my default program is just being who I am, being this ego that I've created, and that's okay for now in this body because it has to be. But also just being aware that that's not who I am. Everything is an act, and remembering that. So a lot of these glyphs, as you can see, have double meanings, have many meanings to me. They're not just singular. So then we have transform. Transform? Yep. Transform is a really nice one because like I can, like it works in loads of different dimensions. Like so I can see it. If I look at it one way and then squint my eyes, I can look at it another way. Sometimes it seems like a cube, sometimes it seems like a man falling down. So I really like the imagery there, and I play with it a lot in my mind. And I feel like all of the glyphs are very playful, or the sacred circuits. Yeah, transform is just like transform or transmuting your situation, right? Like you're in a bad situation, okay, so what can we do about this? Like how can we transform this perspective into something positive? How can we take what we've got and turn it into gold, turn it into lemonade, turn it into whatever the fuck, right? Like that's what it means to me. It's capturing that essence of transforming something into another thing. It could be a feeling, it could be a physical object, it could be a moment. It could be any of these things, and just really remembering that you have the power to transform any situation, anything into what you want it to be, and it's all about perspective. It's a choice, everything is a choice. So that's what that means to me. The next one is connect. Now, connect to me is like about connecting to others, connecting to this world, understanding that I'm not just an individual, isolated. It's understanding that you're a part of the whole. That actually everything is God. That everything is connected in the quantum realm. And for me that's really important, but also like just actually connecting to people here, connecting to what I'm doing, and connecting the different pieces of myself and putting them together to create something. So connect really speaks to me in a big way about lots of different things. Then we have manifest, which I think is the final one. I hope I haven't skipped any. And manifest kind of speaks for itself, right? Like really focusing on bringing everything together, knowing that everything will fall into place, keeping your focus on the joyful aspects of what you're bringing into this world, and trusting the universe that it will happen. I've done a lot of trusting the universe in the past couple of years, and it's not let me down. But there is an aspect of me that's that conditioning of like, I wonder, like that. It's like, oh, I wonder if it works out. But really, I'm living the best life I could possibly live. So for me, I am manifesting everything that I want to bring into this world. And when I look at that glyph, I see, just like pieces coming together, like how just 3 lines can create something very beautiful. And that's really all it is. It's just bringing these aspects together and creating something. So maybe just now, before we go ahead with this, I'll maybe talk about Bashar, because it does fit into the concept of cults that we explore in this channel. And like what Bashar is and how he fits into my life. So I was looking for I'd already booked this tattoo, and I was looking for symbols to use, and for whatever reason these symbols just popped up from Bashar, probably on Instagram or something like that. No, it was on YouTube. No, on Instagram. Doesn't fucking matter. They popped up, and I was like, huh. And I watched the video, and I was like, huh. And I thought, you know what? Like, I really resonate with all of these. They're beautiful symbols. I would like to work with them. I think I've got this ceremonial tattoo coming up, and let's go with them. And sat with it for a while, meditated with the symbols, like almost like every day for a while, and then and started to create a relationship with the symbols, like what they mean to me, and how they create this like feeling, or like almost like feeling inside me when I think about them. Not a super strong feeling, but like a feeling nonetheless. And anyway, Bashar is a channeled entity, a channeled being, a physical being in our reality, who have been creating hybrids, basically, with humans. And because their race kind of needs to do that, and that's their job. And they're working with humans who've agreed to do that. So, like, that's my understanding. And in short, they're little grey beings that we can't see with our photography or anything like that. So, at the moment, they haven't. The only way they're contacting us is via a channel. Now, do I believe in all of this? Like, honestly, like, if you watch Bashar, it's hard not to. But there's loads of really, really good channel books out there. But I would maybe start, if you're interested in aliens, start with Dolores Cannon. If you're interested in ancient Egypt, start with the Ra contact. If you're interested in reality, start with the Seth material. If you're interested in, and then also just look up Bashar, right? So we come back to Bashar. Bashar's a channeled entity by Daryl Anka, and has been doing that. He's been doing that since the mid-80s. And it's fascinating stuff. He definitely is not putting on a show. He also channels another couple of beings, but one of the main ones is like a cryptic called Willa. It's like a 13-year-old girl. I don't know why she has to be 13-year-old. There's a 13-year-old girl from the 700 years in the future. And for me, like, I resonate quite a lot with the content there, even though she puts on a crappy Irish accent. Sorry, Willa. You know. But the content's very good, and the content really, really speaks to me about how we're all connected and how we're all connected to nature. Am I worried about putting beings on my body? No, absolutely not. I've created no contract with them. I'm happy to give them life in that sense, and I don't. They've not asked anything of me. It's not that kind of relationship. So it's like, it's just creating a connection between these circuits, and allowing me to tap into those different frequencies, which it certainly do. So for me, that's my main intention behind this at all. It's my very first ceremonial tattoo, so I'm excited about that. I guess my only hesitance there is like, and I'll need to talk to Hannah about this, is like ceremonial tattoos are hand poked. So I've full of tattoos, as you can see, but my only nervousness about hand poke is like how long they last, like whether they fade or blur over time, like because they're not deep into the skin like machine tattoos are, but they're not as sore either. But I don't really care about the pain. I'd rather get a good tattoo that lasted a long time. But either way, I'm excited. And yeah, we might not have, might be the last video you see my neck without a tattoo on it. But we don't know. I don't know if I'm doing that today or tomorrow. So this is what we've decided upon.
So through the wonders of editing technology, we've completely skipped the part where I get all the bits stuck on me, which is one of the longest parts and one of the most difficult parts of the entire journey, was that part. So that part was difficult, and obviously it's very visual, but just to get to this stage where I've got lots of stickers stuck on me was one of the hardest parts of the journey, because it was a lot of standing around, standing still, trying to make sure it looks right, it fits right, moving the paper around. And at this point I was very grumpy. So from there we move to what Hannah's doing here. Is she is making it semi-permanent so that she can tattoo over me. We're using a special type of ink that tattoo artists use, and that becomes semi-permanent on my body. Not semi-permanent, but permanent enough to last the journey of the tattoo. And it's just more of me standing up, which was, as I said, very stressful, very long, and not fun in any way. I think a really big part of this was also realising that the tattoos were a lot bigger than I thought. They were going to cover a lot more of my body than I thought. They look a lot stronger than I ever imagined. You can see I've got very playful tattoos here in general. So I needed to definitely come to terms with that as we were going. There was huge doubts in my mind whether this was going to be something I was going to enjoy for the rest of my life. But now, yeah, we moved to Hannah setting up all of the bamboo sticks, which was a big long process, and you can see she really puts a lot of effort and a lot of care and attention into that, and that's really just all of the bamboo sticks. So in short, a lot of standing up for hours on end, and we finally have a little bit of progress ready to get started. This part is just getting ready to be tattooed for the first time. My very first needle or stick and poke tattoo. Hannah's using Palo Santo here just to cleanse the area of bad energies and bad vibes. And we get straight to it. Join me in the next video for a lot of fucking pain, probably, I would imagine. And thanks very much for watching. I love you, especially you, and I will see you in the next video.
By the way, this is Hannah. I should probably say that. The shamanistic element, how would you describe, for people who wouldn't know what shamanism is, and then how would you describe how that influences your work?
Everything is energy, everything is vibration, no? So it's just this approach of understanding that and working with that.
Hey,